Hey everyone, so back again at VMware Barcelona, great city, great event at VMware Explore here. Lots of people, lots of energy. So myself, I'm Martin Visser, Data Solutions Engineer at VMware Data. And with me I have Ahmed.
Hello everyone, I'm Ahmed Rachid Hazourli, Data Solution Engineer in the VMware Tanzu data team. And I work with Martin on all the data products that we provide.
One of the things that we see these days is people having more and more data and more AI use cases, right? So how would they deal with that from a, let's say, VMware perspective?
Data, AI, they all, let's say, need a data platform, what we call big data platform that can handle those kind of workloads. So it can go from BI to traditional business intelligence for reporting, dashboarding, for business needs. But it can also go to the AI workloads like building, developing, and training AI models for various use cases. And at VMware, we have actually a product that's called Greenplum, VMware Greenplum, which is a big data platform that can, let's say, answer all those kind of use cases. It's a big data platform that is based on Postgres.
How is this different from any of the other big data solutions out there?
First of all, I think, and it's really important that Greenplum is open source product.
Sure.
So anyone can use it. You have a lot of features starting from the basics. So you want to handle big data. So you can start from terabytes, let's say some gigabytes of data until bytes of data. So you really want to scale out your...
So it's a scalable solution, you say?
Exactly.
Okay.
So
you
it's
can
MPP solution. And you want to also have some cool features like choose the table format you want to do. So you can have some transactional kind of queries into analytical ones. On Greenplum, you can have the table format that you want to work on.
Okay.
You can also, for example, have some what we call data federation. So you can, for example, from Greenplum access external data without having to develop all those extensive ETLs or ELTs. I think these kind of great features that we have.
Here at Explore, we've seen a lot about Gen AI and stuff like that. Is that something that Greenplum can help with?
Yes, recently Greenplum has integrated. We had actually a recent version, a major release of Greenplum, which is Greenplum 7. And we have integrated a lot of new extensions in the AI world. So first of all, we have integrated PG Vector extension. So this extension, it brings the vector database capabilities to Greenplum. So we actually incorporated it from the Postgres world, but now you can actually handle big data.
How much are we talking here?
On vectors, let's say we can talk easily about billions of vectors, for example.
Okay, nice.
You can talk about terabytes, petabytes of data really easily with the Greenplum. And we have the PG vector. So now, for example, let's say you want to develop the AI or LLM applications, you can actually use Greenplum as backend vector database for your use cases. So let's say you want to develop LLM for your domain-specific use cases.
Yeah.
You want to deploy it, actually you can store that data inside Greenplum and start answering those use cases. Second one is Postgres ML, which is really interesting because you have the end-to-end machine learning journey at large scale. Let's say you want to load some data sets from Hugging Face, you want to load some pre-trained models from Hugging Face and fine-tune them on your data, which is...
Why would you download models from Hugging Face? Can you not just call OpenAI's API and use them instead?
You need a lot of tools to make that, right? So you need a data science platform that can be scalable because you can find the data set from like millions of rows, but you can also find the data sets of 10 billions of rows. How can you do that? How can you handle that large volume of data, right? So you need a scalable solution like Greenplum. And what's great also is that, let's say, okay, you want to start with traditional machine learning. You can use Postgres ML. You can also use Madlib, which is an old extension of Greenplum that has a lot of machine learning and deep learning models. But let's say now you want to fine-tune. You want to take that model, which is on Hugging Face, and you want to customize it for your needs. And what you can do is like with simple SQL, you can do
this with your own data in your own data center, right?
So in here we are bringing the data to the compute. We're not going taking the compute to the data. And I think this approach has a lot of benefits as well. On top of that, what Greenplum can do is handle real-time data. So let's say you have some Kafka streams, topics, you have some RabbitMQ streams or queues, and you want to actually work on real-time data. Greenplum has those capabilities, and you can, let's say, ingest data from on real time. You can also transform your data as well.
Real-time analytics.
Exactly, yeah.
Why is VMware so relevant in this area?
First of all, because VMware has 20 years of experience working on Postgres solutions, the core open source Postgres, but also the scale out. We have a lot of developers, R&D support also, which is, we provide also enterprise support.
So 24/7 type stuff. And
also because I think Postgres community, the Postgres database is really evolving really fast. So you're getting the innovation, access to innovation without any effort, let's say.
Yeah.
And I think that's really key.
As an open source project, is that sort of, who looks after that? Is that, how is it maintained, organized? Do people need to worry about the open source aspect of that?
When we compare, let's say, the open source one to the commercial version of Greenplum, let's say we have some additional features, but the core remains the same, right? So there's no difference between the core database service of Greenplum, open source and commercial. So, and Greenplum is also used by a lot of financial institutions, big companies around the world, but also it has a large community, open source community as well. And it's been developed, I think, since 20 years now, 2005.
It's easy to try, is it?
Yeah, it's really, if you have, let's say, a bit of experience with Postgres. I think you have 90% of Greenplum knowledge. I think everyone has already used Postgres in the past. So going to Greenplum is easy, let's say.